24.
As an organization, we're devastated. Our players are devastated. We have a player that was very close to Kobe, that's our thoughts and prayers are with him also.
He was not only a basketball icon, but a global icon, and someone that many in our locker room, hold in high regard.
In L.A., scores of fans have gathered at the Staples Center. Kobe spent his entire 20-year career with the Los Angeles Lakers. Basketball fans throughout the country wearing his jersey.
It's really sad. It hits home to a lot of people. Kobe Bryant was just a special player, just a great human being. Loved his family, his daughters.
His 13-year-old daughter, known as Gigi, was also killed in the crash that took the lives of 9 people in all. They were on their way to a basketball tournament where Gigi was a player and Kobe a coach. Video shows that team, the Lady Mavericks, mourning this devastating loss.
Transcended the game. His work ethic I don't think anybody ever played the game that had a work ethic like him. I don't think there'll ever be anybody like him again.
Always humble and still in awe of what he accomplished, here's what he said during a post-game press conference after his last game in 2016.
I mean, I can't believe this actually happened, to be honest with you. It's kind of crazy to me. It's hard to believe that it happened this way.
And in his last tweet, Kobe Bryant praised LeBron James after he surpassed him on the scoring list just a day before the tragic news of Kobe's death. Kobe Bryant, again, a legend, dead at 41 years old. In front of Madison Square Garden, I'm Cristian Benavides, Pix 11 News.
Yeah, everybody having a very hard time processing this. Thank you, Cristian. As Andy mentioned, she'll have much more reaction to the death of Kobe Bryant coming up at 10:45. Pix 11 will continue to follow this story as it develops. Get updates anytime on our website or the Pix 11 News app. In other news tonight, Bronx Borough President Ruben Diaz Jr. has dropped out of the New York City mayoral race. An official announcement is expected tomorrow. His campaign also confirmed to Pix 11, saying Diaz will not seek public office when his third term as Bronx Borough President ends in 2021. Diaz had been trailing other candidates in obtaining campaign contributions. His departure means Brooklyn Borough President Eric Adams is now the only person of color currently running for mayor. All right, let's send it over now to Stacey Ann Gooden, who's going to tell us about the beginning of the work week. How's it going to go?
It's going to go quite, chilly start, but then we'll warm up again into the 40s. Unseasonably mild conditions, as you can see today. These are our highs across the region. 41 Newburgh, 46 Manhattan, Belmar coming in at 46 as well. Almost 50 in Islip. Yeah, it was quite a nice day, and things are starting to chill a little bit. As you can see, we're now at around 40 degrees in Manhattan and Islip. We're starting to cool off, and the feel-like temperature is going to be a major deal. I'll tell you whether or not we need to be concerned with these snowflakes north and west of here. That's coming up in a few minutes. Katie.
Okay, thanks, Stacey Ann. Well, police are working to track down 2 people accused in a transphobic attack on a subway platform. The NYPD's Hate Crimes Unit is investigating. Pix 11's McGee Hickey has details, including surveillance photos of the couple they're looking for.
I just wish people would leave me alone.
A tearful plea from the victim of a transphobic attack on a subway platform. Through her sobs, 26-year-old Serena Danieri asks just to be left alone.
Leave me alone. I don't do anything.
Police say on Friday night at 8 p.m. while waiting for a southbound C train at the West 155th Street subway station, this male suspect made anti-sexual orientation statements, spat on and slapped the victim in the face. The woman who was with him, according to police, slapped the victim's phone out of her hand. The pair then fled in an unknown direction.
I just think there's a climate that's bringing out the worst in people right now.
NYPD Hate Crimes is investigating what Mayor de Blasio called a loathsome and transphobic attack. In a tweet, the mayor went on, "Serena, on behalf of your city, I'm sorry this happened. Transgender and non-binary New Yorkers deserve to travel in their city without fear." And Governor Cuomo directed the New York State Police Hate Crimes Task Force to help the NYPD. On behalf of the New York family, my message to Serena Danieri is simple. We have zero tolerance for what happened to you, and we will catch your attackers and bring them to justice.
It's so sad because right now, our neighborhood is so quiet. You know, we don't really have any problems.
Police described the male suspect as being in his 20s, last seen wearing a yellow jacket and a black skull cap. The female, also in her 20s, wearing a black jacket and eyeglasses.
It was against her sexual orientation, a transgendered woman. Your thoughts?
That is worse. There's no tolerance anymore. It shouldn't be that.
And from Serena Danieri's Facebook page, she thanks everyone for reaching out to her to support her, and she says she feels optimistic that justice will be served. We're in Washington Heights. McGee Hickey, Pix 11 News.
Coming up next, the impeachment trial continues tomorrow, but one New York leader will not be there. The news he shared that's keeping him from Washington. Plus, staying flexible never looks so easy.
Inflated, stretcher, new heights. It's a G thing, baby. You got to see it.
Mr. G shows us a new gym that takes stretching to the extreme. The story when we come back. A mother, father, and child are dead tonight, victims of a violent crime in Orange County. State police responded to gunshots inside a home along Route 300 near Chadwick Lake Park. They said it appears somebody broke into the home and shot the family to death. Pix 11's Jennifer Bisram has more on this disturbing incident.
Sadly, a couple and their 10-year-old boy were shot and killed inside of their own home early this morning. It happened about a mile down this road, which you can see remains closed at this hour. As police continue to investigate, they say this was not a random act. The family knew the gunman. A family tragedy in Orange County this Sunday.
This wasn't a random act.
Police say a mother, father, and their 10-year-old son were all shot and killed inside of their own home in Newburgh in what appears to be a home invasion turned deadly. A 3-year-old boy who was also inside was also shot. He was rushed to the hospital.
Several people that have stated they heard gunshots.
Officers arrived at the home on Route 300 in Chadwick Lake Park around 8 this morning. They say there was blood throughout the home.
It is a rapidly developing situation where there are multiple scenes and multiple things going on.
Investigators say there was another child in the home who was unharmed. We're told a person of interest who's known to the family was taken into custody. It's still unclear why someone would want to open fire on this family and, even worse, take the lives of children who are inside of the home.
We have been to the residence on occasion, nothing very recent.
And we're told that 3-year-old boy remains in the hospital at this hour in serious condition. It is still unclear if he will survive. In the meantime, police say they are talking to a person of interest. They say they still need your help on this one, though. There are lots of moving parts. If you have any information whatsoever, you're urged to give them a call right away. We're in Newburgh tonight. Jennifer Bisram, Pix 11 News.
New York Congressman Jerry Nadler will miss part of the Senate impeachment trial to care for his wife, Joyce. She is battling pancreatic cancer. Nadler made this announcement earlier today. Joyce was diagnosed in December and has undergone surgery, but Nadler revealed the cancer has spread. He said he'll be in New York tomorrow to meet with doctors and determine a path forward. He also thanked his colleagues and staff for their support. Nadler plans to return to Washington, D.C. tomorrow night. Well, the president's legal team will continue their opening arguments tomorrow at 1 p.m. You can watch it all on our website, the Pix 11 app, and our Facebook page. We're also carrying it live on our new streaming channel, Pix 11 Plus. It's free, and you can find it on one of your favorite streaming devices. All right, let's send it over back to Stacey Ann again and talk about what's it going to be like tomorrow. A little bit chilly, did you say?
Yes, I mean, that's going to be the story when you wake up tomorrow morning, Heidi. It's going to be one of those bone-chilling mornings. It's going to feel more like the 20s in the actual actual numbers. Speaking of which, we are expecting temperatures to remain in the 30s in Newark. We're already at 38. Overnight temperatures will continue to fall, but right now we're at 40. Central Park, LaGuardia, and Kennedy, those winds are picking up, but we'll start to simmer down during the overnight period as well. We're in the 30s, Monticello, Sloatsburg, Nyack, White Plains, Brewster, so across the Hudson Valley, tending to be a little bit chillier, as is usually the case. And as a matter of fact, we do have a slight chance of a few flurries tonight, especially north and west of the city into early tomorrow morning. But as you can see, Manhattan, Islip, Bridgeport, Connecticut even, we're still having those temperatures in the low 40s. This is what it feels like when you step outside. As I mentioned, we're actually in the 30s in the Hudson Valley, but it feels more like the 20s. Montgomery coming in at 28, 29 Morristown, and it does feel like 31 degrees in Manhattan, 34 in Islip. Let's take a look at that futurecast. As I mentioned, yeah, when you wake up tomorrow morning, the chill is on. We're in the 20s in terms of our feel like temperature, 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, and then we get up to about 38, which is actually around where we should be this time of year. Our actual temperature should be at around 38 in the city. And it looks like that's what it's going to feel like. But once again, we'll back down into the 20s in terms of our wind chills Tuesday morning. And our satellite and radar, very quiet conditions. Those winds mainly out of west, southwest even. We're tracking those showers, those snow showers, mainly to our north and west. A lot of it is that lake effect. We may get brushed with a little bit of that across the upper Hudson Valley region especially. Look at tomorrow. Throughout the day, nice and dry. Aside from a few flurries, we got sunshine, we got a few clouds warming up into the mid 40s by 2 p.m. Katie.
Stacey Ann, thanks. Regular exercise, that's great. We all know that. But when it comes to stretching, we often miss the mark. Skipping it after a workout is a very common mistake a lot of people make. Well, a new boutique fitness studio called Stretched is looking to address this issue by doing the work for you. It's a G thing.
G Thing, brought to you by the following participating advertiser. The 70,000 people who are looking to raise the standard of healthcare. Northwell Health. Look north.
It's the newest fitness trend, assisted stretching. It's supposed to help improve flexibility, lower your risk of injury, and help you relax. I headed into Stretched in the Flatiron to see what it's all about. Who comes here?
People who sit at a desk all day and people who sit in the front row of their spin class. We've got them all.
Marathon runner Josef Herzog comes here twice a week. How has this place helped?
This place has helped me round out my recovery arsenal and my preventative injury arsenals.
Why can't you just stretch at home?
Well, I'd say two things. First of all, a lot of people don't stretch at home. They just skip over that, and they could. But being stretched out by someone else is much more effective and it's much more enjoyable.
What is your goal?
Touch my toes by the time I'm 60.
Touch my toes. Let's do it together.
Okay.
Get off the table.
It's not going to happen.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. It's time for me to get on that table.
Anything bothering you? Anything you want to focus on?
My left hamstring is really tight. All right.
Okay. Anything else?
That's enough.
All right. Let's just relax and get started.
Relax? Can he tell I'm already relaxed?
I've never been strapped down before. I don't know if it's something I said. All right, that's a limit. Is that good?
And I extended my session to get the hypervolt treatment.
Right, yeah, that's good.
Which helps break up the knots around my muscles. And I couldn't resist the Normatec compression boots, which are supposed to be great for recovery.
Whoa. Whoa. Mission control. Mission control. This is mission control. I don't know if I'm scared or happy. Oh, you know, I feel something different coming over me. When somebody loves somebody sometimes.
Goal accomplished. I think I'm feeling pretty relaxed.
Yeah, you know what? The owners of Stretch say that stretching can even give you some height by improving your posture. Sign me up. They recommend you come in at least twice a month to get the full benefit. All right, straight ahead, a new look for classic vending machines. What makes a farmer's fridge so different and where you can find them around the city? And gearing up to fight the coronavirus, what elected officials are planning to try and stop the spread of this virus as new cases continue to spring up.